What's good, guys? Akeal Senpai here. We are back with another video. I saw kind of some issues with the lighting before, so hopefully this is exceptional and hopefully you guys enjoy this content to be had. But anyways, guys, I really do appreciate all the love and support. If you guys enjoy this video, be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you guys haven't already. But anyways, you guys see the title, you guys know what's up. 5 natural ways you guys can get rid of erectile dysfunction, or ED in other words. And honestly, guys, personally, I can't say I've had ED. I'm only 21 years old, but that doesn't mean people can't get erectile dysfunction at a young age, because I've definitely seen cases of it before, you know, based on other people's stories and stuff and experiences and such. And honestly, I did have a degree of it before, but until I started to do these things that I'm about to say in this video. Now, if you guys enjoy this content and want to see something else related to this, leave a comment down below on what you guys would like to see, what other topic you would like me to talk about. But anyways, guys, let's get straight to it. Now, for number one, guys, since I felt this was really appropriate to make this video, you know, considering that it's No Fat November, everybody. No Fat November. Number one is going to be no fat or semen. Excuse me. It's going to be no fat or semen retention. Now, one of the huge amount of benefits to doing semen retention, for those that don't know, is the fact that this preserves your creative energy. In books like Think and Grow Rich, made by Napoleon Hill, he states that this energy is something that we should be using to transmute into something such as achieving our goals or trying to manifest whatever it is that we're trying to do. And essentially, for people that are into law of attraction and into manifestation, a lot of people know this as well, and you transmute this energy to whatever it is that you want to essentially focus on or create. Because semen, believe it or not, is creative energy, it's sacred energy. And a lot of people unfortunately waste this, you know, by not being aware of it. You know, once upon a time, I was one of these people as well, you know, whether you watch porn or anything like that. And not watching porn is one of the best ways to get rid of erectile dysfunction, because during the time when I had my little addiction to porn and masturbation, this was a big problem for me whenever I tried to, you know, get intimate with my partner at all. And once I stopped doing it, I started taking up NoFap. This essentially brought me a lot more clarity when it came to a lot of other things. Overall gave me a lot more testosterone and focus, and just had a whole bunch of other benefits along with it as well. Be sure you guys see my other video where I guys talk about me doing 2+ years of semen retention. But you know, that is number one, guys. Hopefully you guys took something from that. Now, number two, everybody, is going to be something that is, I believe, something that's pretty popular, but I feel like not enough people may talk about, and that is going to be eating a lot more aphrodisiac foods, guys. Aphrodisiac foods, for those that don't know, are foods that are heavily associated to creative energy, let's say, or sexual energy. With this being said, aphrodisiac foods are highly beneficial for erectile dysfunction, especially if you guys need a little more of a boost, if you guys are trying to go to the gym, or just anything in general that has to do with intimacy. Now, when it comes to this, a lot of aphrodisiac foods are generally going to be fruits and vegetables, but there are other things such as oysters as well, or even, well, I'm not sure if cocoa counts, but cocoa is one of the best aphrodisiac foods as well, especially if you guys have dark chocolate. Highly beneficial and can give you a high state of euphoria as well, for those I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware already. Now, a lot of other aphrodisiac foods, for those that may just be curious, are going to be things like bananas, it can be celery, it's going to be things such as avocados, cherries, pretty much anything, once again, that is primarily going to be a fruit, considering that there's a correlation that a lot of other cultures believe or a lot of other people that do, you know, these kind of experiments, obviously, where fruits it's going to be highly beneficial to any sexual glands, considering that fruits are actually plant ovaries. So there's kind of a correlation there, and food is information, you know, if you guys aren't aware of that. That is number 2, guys. Number 3, everybody. Number 3 is going to be something that I've incorporated for a very long time as well. I made another video on this as well. And that thing is intermittent fasting, guys. Take up some form of fasting, because for those that don't know, when you guys fast, you guys have a heightened HGH, that's human growth hormone, and heightened testosterone when you guys do this. When you guys have heightened testosterone and heightened HGH, your guys' testosterone is at an all-time high during fasting. And your human growth hormone being at an all-time high is also very beneficial for those that are into fitness, that want to help get more gains essentially as well. And when you fast, you guys are regenerating a lot of cells at a rapid rate as well. That's why a lot of people believe that the human body was naturally made for people to fast. I mean, the first meal of the day is called breakfast, in other words, break fast. So just keep this in mind, guys. Some people fast for, you know, 24 hours, like maybe every week here and there, maybe a month. And you know, with intermittent fasting, I feel it's a lot easier to incorporate, because a lot of people tend to skip breakfast anyways. And what I do is I believe at 18 or 16 to 9. So essentially, no, it's 18 to 9. So essentially, I'll fast for 18 hours, and then I'll have a 9-hour eating window. And for a lot of people, that may sound challenging, but this is great, guys. Challenge is good in terms of going outside your comfort zone. But intermittent fasting, especially if you guys are trying to lose extra body fat, you guys are trying to gain more muscle in the gym, because there's a misconception that you'll lose your gains if you intermittent fast, but in reality you actually end up making a lot more gains. And not only this, you guys will get rid of ED or prevent it anyways. So keep that in mind, guys. That's number 3, intermittent fasting. Number 4, everybody. Number 4 is going to be eating more alkaline rich foods. For those that don't know, the body has a pH balance, and anything under 7, which is the median, is going to be considered acidic, and anything above 7 is going to be considered alkaline. Now, for those that don't know, there should be a balance between this, and a lot of people within the Western world, unfortunately, have a primarily acidic diet. This is due to high sugar consumption, a lot of other foods such as high meat consumption as well, and just a whole bunch of other things that a lot of people may be consuming, you know, whether it be the drinks that they have like alcohol or anything like that. And this is a huge contributor to erectile dysfunction, unfortunately, because when you guys' pH balance is primarily acidic, this harbors a lot more ailments versus when you guys have a pH balance that's a little more alkaline. Not to say that your guys' pH balance should be all the way alkaline, because this is actually dangerous. In fact, once again, there should be a balance. It should be at the 7 point. But when it's a little above alkaline, you guys are at a very great spot as well, though. With this in mind, when you guys have an alkaline diet, or primarily alkaline diet, this in fact prevents you from getting any disease, because disease can't harbor within an alkaline environment. When you guys think about it, think about a lot of the cleaners that we guys have. These are primarily basic or alkaline pH, you know, fluids. So with this being said, try to have more alkaline rich foods. Some people believe that you should have alkaline water. Some people believe that you shouldn't, and just keep the regular spring water, because this is still balanced as well, and it's 7 usually. Sometimes it can be under, but that kind of just goes into whatever you guys, you know, prefer. Anyways, guys, some other things you guys can have, such as foods that are alkaline, are going to be primarily fruits and vegetables once again. A lot of meat isn't, unfortunately, but for people that still do eat meat and that aren't vegetarian or vegan, just make sure you put more vegetables and fruits in your diet. You know, this is very just beneficial in general. That way you guys can have just like a normal consumption of vitamins and minerals and a lot more fiber and etc. But with this being said, a lot of alkaline foods are going to be peppers, any kind of peppers. It's going to be fruits and vegetables essentially, just entirely generally. Nuts, there's kind of an argument between whether it is or not, but a lot of things you can eat are bananas. You can have peppers. You guys can have, believe it or not, citrus fruits. Citrus fruits actually are acidic outside of the body, but within the body it has an alkalizing effect. This is kind of similar to apple cider vinegar in a way, but for those that don't know, like I talked about in a previous video before, one of the things you guys can do is make a tonic with this. You guys can get baking soda and apple cider vinegar, and what you guys do is you get a teaspoon of baking soda and you get 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, and you put it in a cup, you put it together. I know it fizzes up and everything. Obviously it's not that much, so it's not going to fill up the cup. But anyways, what you do is you dilute this with water, usually about 8 to 16 ounces worth of water, and then you stir it up, and then you drink that at least once or twice a day. This will help with just clearing up your skin. This will just detox you entirely. It's highly beneficial, and for those that don't want to do this or whatever, this is just the cheaper version to do it, or cheaper way to do it, but you guys can actually buy black seed oil, oregano oil, which I wouldn't take every single day. I wouldn't take oregano oil every single day, but black seed oil is a beast. And you know, there's just so many other things, guys. Add turmeric to the foods that you eat, ginger, just a whole bunch of stuff. But anyways, guys, that is number 4. Okay guys, now number 5, finally number 5, and if you guys have enjoyed this video so far, once again, be sure to leave a thumbs up and comment down below some other things you guys may want me to talk about. But anyways, number 5 is going to be consuming less alcohol. Once again, I talked about in the previous one that this is highly acidic and can lead to many other ailments such as erectile dysfunction. But not only this, alcohol is just commonly known to not be beneficial for, you know, your intimate moments, let's say. For some people may go to this when having problems with erectile dysfunction, and for some people it may work, but it's not the best way to go about it, or taking any pills for this per se. Not to say get rid of alcohol entirely, but just lower the consumption a bit. Yeast that is made in beer can have a negative effect on your testosterone apparently, and can lower your guys' testosterone, unfortunately. And not only this, I guess this is going to be like a bonus, but the consumption of soy in some retrospect as well. You know, at least for people that consume high amounts of soy that don't back this up, or have a bunch of other like healthy things, like whether it be intermittent fasting or, you know, eating a lot more aphrodisiac foods or whatever, is going to have somewhat of a negative effect on your testosterone levels. So these are things to keep in mind, guys. Hopefully you guys took something from this video and enjoyed it. I'll see you all in the next video, and you guys will have an amazing day today. I'm sure of it. You guys are all infinitely loved and appreciated. And I'll see you all later. Peace.